Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't really posted much this week, but I've been thinking a lot about these things here. I've been spending a lot of time reading, and also my students are getting close to the end of their semester, so they've got about 2 more lessons and then finals and juries and all of that, and that stuff this year will be online, so that'll be a new fun experience for sure. But the reason we're here is someone wanted to see what I've been using the last little bit, and since we're getting close to the end of April, I need some new inserts because classes will be over, and so I printed a bunch of things. Someone had asked why I use black cardstock for the cover of my inserts. When I was making inserts as Peaky Dory Designs, I offered them originally in black, gray, craft, and cream, and then I added like fall colors and then some pastels, and then like I think it was like the 2,000 or 3,000 subscriber, or maybe 4,000 subscriber colors, but the color that no one ever chose was black, and I liked the black, so I have a ton of black left. So that's why I've been using like blacks and grays and craft, because I have a lot of those colors left. Everyone else loved the fall colors and the pinks and the lavenders and all of that. So that's why I cover mine in black. So this might be kind of a long chatty video. It's a Friday, it's a few hours before Shabbat, so I thought I would sit down and show you what I have in here, some things that I'm going to go into, and then I've used different papers that I normally don't use. When I was doing some experimentation, you can see maybe the different colors. So different papers, yay! The first thing I have is my micro. This is a Foxy Fix number 0. It is in the Wildflower leather, and this color is Cedar. I've had this for over a year, and I used it for One Book July, and it is one of my favorite micros. This is one that I'm never going to part with. I expect a video coming up sometime next week where I go through every single one of my traveler's notebooks. That's been taking up a lot of time too. I have way too many. But this is one that I'm always going to keep. It is wonderful for a wallet. You can put receipts and cash back there and notes. You can store cards. Usually up here I have my driver's license and a debit card. I've got my monthly calendar here. I've got a bunch of cards here and a little Mindy Lacefield business card. I have a dot grid insert where I've got like running list of things in our pantry, some things that I need to do. I was looking for a minimal coffee maker like the AeroPress. Some stores that I don't want to shop at anymore due to the way they're treating their employees. You know, that type of stuff is what you keep in your wallet. So that's what I've been using for that. And I like it because, you know, all of my concerts, you know, have been canceled, and I've been using like the larger standard size for my planning, so I don't need to have all of that stuff with me on the go. And I like that this is tiny and it can fit in my pocket, especially when, you know, we've got COVID out there, and I can, you know, easily just grab this and go. So there's that. So then I'm in 3 standard size traveler's notebooks. These 2 you saw in the last video, but this one I pulled out again. This was the second Moterm I got. I got the brown passport one, and I liked it so much I decided to get the standard size. But let's see. This one I'm using as my actual planner. And in the front, I have some stickers, a little floral, and a dashboard. Exciting stuff. I have a fourruof Traveler's Factory zipper pouch with some stickers in that side. Some Post-its, some washi tape, business card from Mindy. That's one of her little girls too. And then some of those tabs and a little stencil. But this is my monthly calendar, the Peaky Dory design one that Taylor is making at Paper and Cats. And I've been using hers since I closed my shop last year. And here we're in Eep, Erp, Eep, Erp, Eep, Op, Ork, Aha. Do you know what that's from? I'm showing my age. Eep, Op, Ork, Aha. There we are. We would have been playing a wonderful symphony concert this week. Kind of sad about that. And then next week we would have been playing a wonderful chamber concert where we would have been playing the Villalobos Bachianas Brasileiras number 4 for flute and bassoon and some Chicoria. Oh, I was so looking forward to those concerts. And then the week after that would have been a wonderful opera. And actually last week would have been the St. Matthew Passion. Ugh, so much beautiful music. Anyways, so that's what I have here, my monthly calendar. And then this is my weekly calendar, which I've been using a version of this for the last 3 years now. My version, then DIY Fish, and then Taylor's, which are all the same, a week on a page with grid. So I've been using this, and I've got stickers and doodles of my own, and you know, just, you know, the same sort of stuff. Some stickers. Something that I did that I thought was interesting. Here we are this week. Just some little floral doodles. But I pulled out one of my knot bookmarks from Babette. I think our store is called Not Just Knots. But usually what I do is I leave like a little ticker here for, like, you know, coffee, dishes, you know, clean the kitchen, kitty litter, that type of stuff. So what I decided to do for next week is, since I have all of this space up here, to kind of create my own little chore chart. You know, there's the kitty litter, there's coffee, dishes, laundry, maybe put, like, you know, each of the different rooms to mark when they get their cleaning. Oh, a friend of mine wanted to know how Hebrew works, and so I just did it on a little Post-it note and clipped it and showed it to him. But you can see there's only 2 weeks left in my inserts. The inserts from Taylor at Paper and Cats, you'll see, are 4 months. And then I have, this is my teaching insert, which I can't show. Oh, something I have in here. This is from the Getting Things Done webpage. I've been rereading that book, GTD, Getting Things Done. And these are the trigger lists, Incompletion trigger lists. And I've just had them, printed them and put them in here to kind of, you know, take a look at, to remind myself sometimes. My folder. And then in the zipper pouch, just some coupons from the paper the other day, Post-its, and stickers. You know, typical stuff for a planner. And I'm loving this Traveler's Notebook. This is a Foxy Fix. It is in the Rowena leather. It reminds me of one of the Chic Sparrow, the original Outlander in It was like a reddish Outlander color, way before the Fraser, like one of the originals. And I can't even remember the name of it. I had one in the pocket size, but I ended up selling it because I'm not a big fan of the pocket size. So that was why I got it from Foxy Fix. It reminds me, I can't even remember what it's called. They had like a Sojourn tan. They had a reddish one and then a darker brown one. But yeah, so that's what I have in here. This one is another Foxy Fix. I did have everything in a Foxy there for a while. This is the Wildflower, and this is in the Sedona. And it's a beautiful brown. And this was a mystery sale item. And it has just lasted so well. And I really love the leather. But I've got some journaling cards from Mindy Lacefield. I love her stuff. Another zipper pouch with some ephemera in it, some cards, some pictures I took. Now here's my journal. This is my word journal. Yes, you can see I do have stickers and pockets and stuff, but and some drawing that I have done and photos. But this is mainly my word journal. And I've been using this since the beginning of March. Just got to do a quick little flip. Some photos. This was the weekend it all went down. Some pretties. Let's see what's here. It was a weird St. Patrick's Day, being quarantined. There's the wee baby Seamus. Some notes and stuff. That's a pretty spread with vintage pens and the little teacups. Just some silly stuff. That one's kind of pretty. Oh. More notes and stuff. Actually, those were notes from Temple. Those are some things that we were prayers from our Cedar. Those as well. There's my little lo-fi study girl. Here we are in April. This was just a couple of days ago. So that's my journal with more words than anything. Just some stuff in here. Oh, something I got from Mindy. She was so sweet and sent me some stickers. But she sent me this cute little bunny girl. So I'm going to find out something to do with her. So we're going to... She included a cute little note. I'll link Mindy down below. She has a wonderful Patreon. I've been a Patreon member of hers for, oh gosh, probably about 8 or so months, 8 or 9 months, maybe longer. I'll have to look. But she has such wonderful tutorials. Like there's a tutorial on how to do this little birdie on there. I love her stuff. Love it, I love it, I love it. And then here's a weekly insert from Paper and Cats from Taylor, where I've been journaling. That's a whole Mindy's inspired spread. Some weeks I just drew and did doodles, or glued down paper because it was a very busy week. But then that's a pretty week. So my doodles. But then once the coronavirus hit, I started to write quite a bit more. A few little stickers and photos, but mainly writing. And here we are this week. And so this one will be ending in 2 weeks as well. Some things I think I want us to grow. And then the back of the zipper pouch with some journaling cards and stickers and stuff. Nothing in the pocket. Then the last traveler's notebook I have here is my Moterm, my original brown Moterm, which only if this was here would it look exactly like a Gilio. I used this notebook from August all the way through into January when I went back to my Midori, and I loved using this notebook. The husband has the blue one that he's using, and he's liking that as well. But in here, I have my YouTube notebook number 1, and if you look, let's do a quick little... I've got one page where I don't have anything on it, and that's because I need to finish some notes for this video that I want to do, and so I've got that space for that. So I've got one whole complete notebook, and this is just a Paper and Cats dot grid that I printed myself. Some cute Traveler's Factory stuff. A Muji pen. I pulled some of those out to finish using. A dot, oh no, this is a grid insert on Tomoe River paper. Another zipper pouch, and I've got like next to nothing in this one. Yeah, I've got nothing in it, but I have it just in case. I have the monthly planner. But I haven't put anything down in here for April. I've done a few videos, but I haven't really been keeping a set schedule or tracking. So I guess what I'll do for this month is backtrack. So when I do something, like I have videos that went out, I'll just write down when they went out or when they went up. And then I have number 2. And a book that I'm reading, I'm wanting to take some notes on to share. And so I have this brand new one in here to fill up. So those are kind of the notebooks that I am using. This one, whenever I'm doing anything YouTube related or taking notes. This one, when I'm journaling or when we're watching Shabbat service from Temple online, because that's how everybody's doing everything now. And this one as my planner. So these new inserts that I printed. So you know that I use that weekly one as a personal planner, and I also use a weekly as a, what's it called? For my journaling. I need this one. Not that weekly. This weekly, okay. So what I chose to do is to use some different papers. One of my favorite Traveler's Notebook inserts is the Midori in the MD paper. I love the Midori MD A5 and A6 notebooks, but I don't really use that size, and I think it seems wasteful to buy an A5 notebook, which is the same height as this, but, you know, to cut off, you know, those like inch and a half extra that it has. So what I decided to do for my planning purposes was to buy an A4 pad of paper. This is the, you can see right there, the MD paper, and it is a A4 size. So it's slightly longer than letter page, and it's slightly shorter than letter page. Actually, the paper I usually print just my basic inserts for myself on is this, the Hammermill Premium Color copy paper. And this is great for laser printers, and it's also great for inkjet printers. But this, I think this is the paper So Much Crafting uses, because it's so smooth, and it takes, I mean, it's silky smooth. It takes pen well. The paper-made flares don't bleed through it. The only things that really bleed through it are like markers, like the darker highlighter markers, and of course ink pens, and the Tri-Plus felt-tipped pens. Well, the only ones that don't are the paper-made flares. And so this is usually the paper I use. But just so you can see the difference. A4, letter. So see how there's this extra here, slightly more than a ½ inch, because these are A4 paper is like 11.69, while this is 11. And then you can see the difference this way, how it's just about 1/4 of an inch not as wide, the A4 paper. So what I decided to do was to print one of the weekly calendars and just put some of Allie Brown's washi tape and some cute little florals down that are watercolor florals, and print the insert on this. Now, one thing that I wanted to do is to use this paper because, number one, I love cream paper. I love this paper. And I've been doing some little doodles and sketches in my weekly planner. And I just love the way watercolor takes on this. I love the way the different media take on it. So if I do decide a little doodle, because, I mean, my schedule from now really until God knows when is not going to be as busy. So I don't know how much of this I might need, you know, to use. So I might have some extra space. So I wanted to print it on a good quality paper. Now, one thing I also want you to note is I decided to print another one. And this one right here, I decided to print on the Kokuyo paper. That's this paper right here. This is the paper that I used to print all of our Peaky Dory Design A5 inserts on. And one thing that's wonderful about this A4 size paper is if you're printing inserts to go in an A5 binder, like a planner, all you have to do is print on it and then cut it directly in half, because when you fold this in half, that's your A5 size. A4 folded in half is A5. So that's a wonderful thing. And most printers can print on A4 in one of the subsets, but some of them don't usually duplex on it, so you have to do one page at a time. But it's a thicker paper. It's not as thick as the MD paper, but it's not as thick as, yeah, this insert is made with like just the regular copy paper. So you can see MD paper, the Kokuyo paper, standard hammer mill paper, like what paper weight is that? 28 pound. So you can see the difference is quite shocking how thick this paper is. So this insert will go in this planner in 2 weeks when I'm done. So let's just, and this one will come out because teaching will be done for the semester. So this will replace that. We'll just put it there with it right now. And then this one out of the Kokuyo paper, I don't know, I might switch. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But this one, I like the Kokuyo paper as well, will replace this insert right here. So we'll close that. And I just wanted to show you some of these other inserts that I printed. I tend to do the printables because, especially now, shipping, you never know when you're going to be able to get something. And it's just easier. Like, I have the tools at home. I might as well do it myself. So I printed a couple of these files that I bought, quite a while ago from Taylor at Paper and Cats. This is her daily planner. This is where you have like a day on one page. So here's the day where you've got your to-dos. You've got either 3 projects, or you could have like work, home, something else. And then you can even have a little bit of blank space here for journaling, for note-taking. And this has enough of these for 2 months. There's like 60 some odd pages. And it's just the exact same thing. And it's boop. Yeah, it's a very nice, clean layout. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use it or how I'm going to use it, but I thought, why not have the option to have it? And so if I was going to use this, that would go in here in my planner. This one is Taylor's project planner, where you have project, start, deadline, reference, like a timeline, and then you've got for progress and notes, some more progress, and then a dot grid, and then another project. And that's all it is. It follows the same scheme all the way through. And if you needed to, because you're printing it yourself, if say you needed like a couple of dot grid pages, you could print extra dot grid pages and put them in where you need. Yeah. Or have this be where you keep track of everything and then print yourself like I did. This is where is it? It's like the notebook. And this one I printed on the Kokuyo paper as well. And it's just a dot grid insert with page numbers at the bottom. And so those would work really well in tandem, having like your projects planned here and then a notebook for all of your specifics that you can keep track of here. And then the last thing I have was I printed just a grid insert on the Midori MD paper. And I think that's one thing that's nice about printing your own inserts. I mean, Taylor uses a wonderful paper. She uses wonderful cardstocks. But since I decided to make all of these inserts, actually, where's that other one? Myself, I think that's it here. Oop, come on. Since I decided to do all of that myself, I mean, I have, many more options available to me. I mean, I could have printed these on Tomoe River paper because I have Tomoe River paper. But, I could choose, do I want to use my hammer mill? Do I want to use my favorite paper, the Midori MD paper? Do I want to use the Kokuyo paper because it's, it's like the Tomoe River paper, but it has just a little bit more substance. So like if I erase it, it won't be as fragile as the Tomoe River paper. So that's kind of where we are right now in it. And I've been so happy since I moved back into my standard size traveler's notebook. Whether I'm using my Midoris, whether I'm using my single Foxies, my Lady Falcon Travelers, or even my Moterm, I'm loving the size, and I'm remembering why this drew me to, using a traveler's notebook. And I have to say, the micro or the nano, if you like the Chic Sparrows, these are just perfect for your wallet or your on on the go, you know, so that way, you know, you have everything you need. You can use a little pen and keep track of your shopping list. If you are venturing into the store, if you're not using the pickup, you know, it's just this or this. I feel safer with this because it's a type of leather that I know I can clean, and I'm not worried about the fragile nature of it. So there you go. That's kind of where my planning system is. It's not really changing much. The only thing that changed is I went down a size from my passport to my micro. Expect next week a few videos on my Traveler's Notebook collection, which is going to get a massive shrink down, I guess you could say. I've been reading and watching a lot on minimalism, and I know you're looking at this thinking, you know, John, you printed like 8 inserts and you've got 3 notebooks and a wallet. Yes, I know it's not minimal, but I've been thinking a lot about that, and I have just way too much for even one person to use. I mean, I pulled this out and was like, I really love this notebook. You know, and I pulled out all of my Midoris, and I wonder, you know, I love my brown Midori and I love my camel Midori, but did I buy the olive and the airport editions? And did I buy those just to have every one of them? Did I buy them because I like them? Did I, you know, what was my reason? What was my intent on buying them? I love them, don't get me wrong, but, you know, no one needs that many Traveler's Notebooks like I have. So I will be doing a destash or a thinning of my collection to really the main sizes I use. My standard size, I think this is the only micro I'm going to keep. My passport, I'm going to be, you know, taking some not hard decisions, but I'm really going to KonMari with true intention to make sure I'm holding on to items that bring joy that I can use, because it seems silly to have a Sterilite Rubbermaid bin full of Traveler's Notebooks that aren't out because I don't want them to change color because of the sun or not get dusty, or God forbid the dog or the cat get them and chew them up. Well, I want to have what I'm using, so that is going to be meaning a huge destash pile. Some I'm going to be giving away, some I'm going to be selling, so be on the watch out for that. Hopefully next week. It's just I have a huge collection to go through. I thought of doing a live, but then that could get way crazy long and chaotic. So check back for that. Okay, I will link down below Foxy Fix, but I think they're on a break. I will link down below Taylor's shop because you can get her digital inserts and you can get her physical inserts. I think she's still doing physical inserts. And this is the Mo term. I've linked it in many videos in the past. I will link it to where I got it on Amazon. And if I haven't answered your question, please leave them down below, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all safe and healthy and well and have enough to eat. It's such a strange time. But I think we can all get through this. Actually, I know we can all get through this and come out the other side changed, but, you know, I think for the better of mankind, for the better of all beings and creatures on this planet. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Little Lila loves playing in this little paper Wyrmies that come in packages. I've never seen her dig this much. Seamus is here just looking up going, what is she doing? Look at her go! Look at her go! That makes for a fun day. Oh, what's she doing? Seamus is checking it out. Checking it out. So cute. What a sweetheart.